give and they get. Then they run around town beating their chests like they forget. I can forget for now, but I won't never forget. No, love I feel, knowing the universe got my back. Whoa, love I feel, knowing that money gon' come right back.
What's going on, y'all? Welcome back to the Journey Podcast. If you're here, please subscribe. Actually, hit the subscribe button. Most of you guys that are watching are not subscribed. Joined by Uncle John.
81% is crazy. I'm going to keep on saying it.
Yeah, 81%.
The non-subscribe rate is too insane. Go hit that button, please.
Yeah. Last podcast of the trip in Miami. Second time on the show. Alex G, thank you for joining us, brother.
What's going on? Thank you guys for coming again.
2 years. 2 years ago, we interviewed you.
Yeah.
And I think a lot has changed for both of us, which is kind of cool. Like, I think you've just watching you and following you still from, you know, from that podcast, like, I feel like you've like completely like just like leveled up in a sense of just, you're like super mainstream now where everybody knows you, you know?
Yeah. I think the last 2 years has really made a change in what the brand is and how people know me and what I do. I feel like before it was very niche down to traders. And now I just feel like just me as a person as well. I'm just more open and not so much of a nerd anymore. So I'm kind of cool now, you know?
Yeah, you're like, you're more of an influencer now. You know, I know like a lot of people don't like that term, but like that, like when people see you, like they could not even know that you do trading stuff.
Yeah, I mean, because I just have like such a fun life to who I am personally, and I don't even do it for the camera. Like we do so much crazy shit sometimes where I'm like, fuck, dude, we should have like recorded that. You know, we probably couldn't post it because we go to jail, but you know, like.
But was that the goal, to like become more of an influencer and kind of not step away from the trading persona, but maybe like show another side to you?
My goal has always been to just live the life to my fullest. And I feel like I would just treat social media as like almost like a business. And I'd be like, I just want to come off as a trader, intelligent, and be that person online. And I have my fun offline. But then honestly, I got tired of turning a switch on and off. And I'm like, okay, like people like who I am as a person. I'm just going to be more transparent with my day-to-day life and what I like to do. And if people like it, people like it. Some people don't. Some people don't like that I destroy the cars. I honestly love it. I think it's super fun. So, you know, it wasn't intentional.
Yeah,
basically.
I tell people all the time, if you try to appease everybody, you appease nobody.
Nah, there's always going to be two sides.
100%.
You can never please everybody. No.
Yeah. All right, let's jump into it. You streaked the Super Bowl for the second time.
Yeah.
Walk me through that.
Oh, dude, it was orchestrated perfectly. This is did you see the whole video?
I watched the whole video.
Yeah. So, I mean, we actually did a lot more that wasn't in that video. And luckily we didn't put it because we would have just shown so many cracks in the system that we're leaving these cracks open for 2027. I mean, 2027, we're going to go again. Well, I don't know, because we just got a letter in the mail that we're trespassed from any NFL event. Really? We can't go to any NFL event, but you know, we'll make it work.
You'll make it happen.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, I mean, you know, I was coming out with this new product, Athena, which is like a new software to like trade. And I wanted to get creative on how to put it out there. And I just decided, bro, if I just run up the Super Bowl for a second time, it would just be the most legendary shit ever. Yeah. But I didn't want to do it like last time where I didn't get the behind the scenes, like months before, you know, training. The Meta Glasses POV was just legendary. Sick. That was just amazing. And that was actually thought of like on the way to the game. We're like, yo, let's stop by real quick at Best Buy and buy them. We didn't even charge them. They had like 5% battery and we just got them and put them on. And yeah, like it could have, like he wasn't supposed to be the decoy. You know, we had plan A, plan B, and then plan D decoy. So plan A was we were going to go before the halftime show when we got an opportunity. But bro, the game was going by so fast. Yeah. Like first quarter, second quarter kind of blew by. And I'm like, dude, all right, we got to go plan B, which is after the halftime show. And then after the third quarter, we're just like, dude, we got to go to plan D decoy. Cause like we weren't just getting an opportunity to go. They were just like in front of us the whole time. Plan decoy, executed perfectly.
Perfect. Yeah. No, it was perfect. Yeah, that's crazy. And why in the video, I felt like you could have kept going.
Dude.
When it was Kyle Williams, I think, the wide receiver.
Yeah, fuck that guy. Fuck that guy. Honestly, look, I trained for like a month and a half for all the security guards to come and attack me. Not once did I train for a player to come at me. Like I did not expect that in a million years to happen. So when I'm running and he comes to the right of me, it just caught me by surprise completely. The first thing that came to my mind, I'm like, all right, I have no gear. he has full gear. He's gonna tackle me and fuck me up.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna attempt to like surrender and slow down. But that was all happening in a split second. Of
course.
But he literally pushed me. You just can't really tell in the video.
Yeah.
And when he pushed me, I overstepped and I just slipped and I kind of stopped there.
Yeah.
But no, the goal was to go the whole way.
Yeah.
Yeah, the whole way.
Yeah. Yeah. It looked like you kind of was just like, all right, fuck it. Because like, you don't want to be like, what if he tackles you and he gets hurt or something like that? You know what I'm saying? Then it's like, I don't know. I'm sure there would be bigger issues.
Or he knocks me out and it's super embarrassing. Bro. I get knocked out. Like
He was a
that,
wide
bro.
receiver though. He was probably just pissed because they were obviously getting smoked.
I brought a blessing to them though. They started making some points
no, you
after
got a
that.
little
you know?
momentum after that.
And
Woke the
then
crowd up. It was
Master
fucking
guerrilla
snooze.
marketing, bro.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
master guerrilla marketing.
Yeah.
No better exposure than that, right? Like the most watched event probably of the year.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? What was the idea behind when you did it the first time?
The first time it was just a random bet that we did with Dana White, like right there in the spot. Like that wasn't even planned. Those weren't our intentions.
Yeah.
This we've been planning since 2025. Like we've been doing this for way before.
And was that because you saw an upkick in awareness from the first time? You were like, yo, let's do this with intention this time?
Yeah. And we just wanted to step it up a notch, pretty much.
Yeah.
So that
Did
was
you
fun.
see it convert?
I don't know. I definitely got a lot of awareness. Like I never make money directly on that. You know, like it's not like a ad campaign where you put 100K into ads, you have a 2-3 ROAS. It's not like that. I just gained a shit ton of awareness across all platforms, and maybe it'll convert in the future. But the kind of people that watch the Super Bowl or specifically watch the clips, because it never actually came out on the Super Bowl, watch the clips, they don't really want to trade. Maybe a small percentage does. So maybe it does create something in the future. But my goal is never to attract new people and convert them right away, because those are just the worst type of leads. My goal is to get people to just know that trading is a thing, see me as a person, fall in love with me as a person. If they like me, they like me. If not, they go to someone else, and then they eventually want to get involved in trading. But people that just want to get started right away, it's never good. They don't have high success rate. They're never satisfied, and they just don't understand the concept of trading as a whole because it got started too fast. So I like people like they warm themselves up as time that they see trading and what it's about. Pretty much.
And then what do you mean by trading the blind spot for two people that have no idea like really how to
no
trade? I
idea.
mean, I do a little, monthly recurring with some crypto.
Yeah, that's
I
about
don't know
it.
how to trade,
About it.
Okay, so right now, if you guys were to look at a chart, you guys have no idea what you're looking at, right? Completely blind.
Zero.
So trading in the blind spot is like there's an opportunity like right in front of you. You just can't tell because you're blind to it, right? So that's the blind spot. So what the software does is it identifies that spot for you and it tells you, hey, you have a trade right in front of you. These are the confluences, or these are the reasons why it should go up rather than down, or it should go down rather than up. Now, at that point, you make a decision if you want to enter that trade or not. So basically it gives you all the facts. Imagine like if it were to be like a Carfax on a car. So when you go buy a car, you put the VIN on Carfax, it gives you all the information. At that point, you make a decision if you want to buy it or not. It tells you the real history behind it and if it's actually a good car or not. So this is the same thing. It tells you the facts about the trade, if it's a good trade or not. So that's based. So the blind spot is that specific area and it tells you if it's even there or not.
And this isn't AI.
No, it's not AI.
So this is a software that is supposed to help traders become more profitable.
Correct. Yeah. It's AI would be like a ChatGPT or something. No, this is like a specific code that looks for a specific approach that is coded to that one thing only. Maybe the developers used AI to, code it faster, but it's not AI. No.
Is AI even legal with like trading?
I guess it could be. I've known people that try it, but it's not at that point yet.
Yeah.
Maybe it could be in the future for sure, because there's so much data points with traders when they execute trades that if AI could do something with that information, maybe. But I give it like 3-4 years before that's even a thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, AI is crazy.
AI really just blew up in the last year.
Yeah.
And people are just trying to automate everything with AI, but it's very limited. And I think it's only going to get better for sure. Yeah. But if AI figures out a way on how to make infinite money, the market will adapt to it. Like there's just no such thing as an infinite money glitch. So something will happen on the other side, because the way you make money in trading is if you're making money, somebody else is losing it. So you can't just make all the money because then the market just won't move. Right. So something will happen there.
Yeah. You've said that like you're someone that loves this like adrenaline rush and this dopamine, like because you don't do other things to get like quick hits of dopamine, right? Like you're not drinking, smoking, partying, you're not doing that. So then you do things like streak the Super Bowl. I mean, you've already set the bar pretty high. Yeah. Like where does it go from there? Like where, like
Oh, dude, 2027 is going to be wild, bro. I'm telling you.
Is that the World Cup?
No, well,
World Cup's this year.
yeah, we might do the World Cup. I don't know just yet, but there's a high chance of us doing Super Bowl 2027. It's more of just like the culture and the hype behind it that I feel like people are expecting for it to come. And like we have a plan for that. You know, we have a whole year to plan, so we got some time.
What are some other things that you would want to do or that you would set out to do that would give you that same level of like adrenaline?
So I'm working now, I'm getting my pilot's license. Yeah, so I'm getting my pilot's license.
Sounds like that'll do the trick.
I think it should do the trick because I have a plane and like I've been there when they fly. I kind of look what they do and it's pretty cool, but it's a jet. So like the jet, you can't really like play with it much because you're going way too fast. So we're gonna get our license now, Sebas and I, to get our license for like prop planes, land in the water, do tricks and shit. That's like my next thing. Yeah. I just like having fun and doing whatever you want pretty much.
Yeah.
Where did that come from to like want to do these crazy things?
I don't know. I guess I had like a crazy cousin growing up. And at that time, him doing a wheelie or him like shooting guns in the forest, like that was crazy. And I was like, holy shit, this dude's living life to the fullest. Now I look at that, I'm like, dude, that's like so normal, you know? So like, I guess I wanted to just top that because he never believed in me. So like now I'm just topping everything. But I like doing it. I like having fun.
Right. Yeah. How much has changed for you, like we said, in the last 2 years, just as far as outside of awareness of who Alex G is, but with who you were internally and how is that affecting your life right now? What's going on, y'all? I want to take a quick moment to talk about a product that we have been using that is the free nicotine pouch. This is my favorite nicotine pouch on the market. I've actually used them long before they even reached out to start working with us. As someone that I don't like to vape, I use nicotine pouches and these are the best on the market. They have the widest range of strengths, like 3 milligrams up to 15 milligrams. I have friends that use 3s. I have friends that use 6. They have 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, and a bunch of different flavors as well. Watermelon, sweet, wintergreen, original, mint. My favorite is watermelon and mint. If you guys want to try out this product, you can go to freepouch.com. That's FREpouch.com and use code JOURNEY at checkout. You'll get 20% off your order. Again, freepouch.com, FREpouch.com, code JOURNEY for 20% off. And I don't think you'll be disappointed with this product if you are a nicotine pouch user or someone looking to get off the vape and looking for an alternative. Check out Free. Hope you enjoy the episode.
Yeah, I'd say that I changed a lot I've had a lot of different types of experiences with people, friends, marketing, relationships, understanding like who I am and where I fit in and where I don't. So like I've learned a lot and how to go about certain things. I guess it's all affected me positively. I won't change a single thing about my journey. I love all the lessons I've had, all the failures I've had, all the wins I've had. And I've been put into rooms because of the person that I am to certain people. And I've learned that the more I am of myself, the more I get put into the rooms that I want to be by not having to do something that I don't want to do. Like before I used to, not that I would do things to like fit in or be cool, but I would do things that I didn't want to do to basically get put into certain rooms or do certain things. Like I would go to, like I wanted to meet celebrities, for example. Like I would go to music videos, get there on time, get there early, give them my cars, not charge $1. And I would have to put up with these musicians and, their schedules and how they treat you super disrespectful just because I wanted to meet them and see how the industry was. As time went on, I'm like, dude, fuck that. I don't even want to like be there dealing with your shit. You're smoking in my car. You're fucking treating me like if I was like a random. And then I would just get put, because I guess like the celebrities at that time, they don't realize like who's who. They're just there for like a music video. So they treat everybody, equal or whatever. Not saying that people should get treated differently, but like they treat everybody like shit. Yeah. And then I realized like the more I was myself, just being in the room with cool people and having cool friends just came normal. It just came with time. It came with just being who I am. And that's something that I realized that just being who you are at all times is the best asset that you can be because you don't have to think about it. It doesn't cost anything. Some people ask me all the time for like marketing details. They're like, yo, how do I grow my Instagram page? Like, give me like a viral idea. Give me this. I'm like, okay, yeah, I can give you a viral idea. But the day that I don't want to help you, you don't have another video with 1 million views. Like all my videos take me 45 seconds to record and 2 seconds to think about. It's not hard because I am being who I am and these are my ideas and it just happens right away. You need to figure out who you are and who are you as a person and if people will attract to you. There will be a certain people that cater to you. But if I give you an idea of what I think will go viral, it's not the people that you want to cater to you. You want it to be nonchalant and it be yourself. So that's something that I realized, you know, growing an audience and just being more of who I am. And also realizing that really like once you make money, like a good amount of money, like money will never be another issue ever again. Like I will never not be rich. It's just impossible. Not because I have infinite money or because I'm a trader and I have a strategy. It's just like I've learned how business works and I've learned how marketing works and I've learned how to satisfy a customer. And if you get those 3 things good, you could run anything. Like there's any type of business that I can just come in, consult, and it will simply grow because I understand the basics of operating a business. And just so many more lessons. Like I've learned so many different things. It's crazy.
Yeah. It's like, and
that's that life experience we talk about that just can't be replicated.
Bro,
right?
Dude, I remember being, and it's crazy because I have these conversations with my mom and my dad now. I remember being 16 and like my parents would tell me some shit. I'm like, bro, you guys don't fucking know.
Of course, all the time.
I'm like, bro, dude, I know more than you, bro.
Get out of here.
Get the fuck out of here. And I remember being 20, 21, like just touching 1 million, 2 million. And like guys like my age now, like 26, 27 would be like, yo, don't do this, don't do this. I'm like, bro, I'm the new guy. Come on, get the fuck out of here. Now I'm in that position now and I'm like, dude, I was a fucking idiot, bro. Like, dude, and I'm sure now where I am now, there's things that I'm doing that I'm sure I'm making a mistake for the future. But yes, there is definitely that age gap, that time difference that you can't buy, you can't skip. You got to live it. It's simple. You got to go through it.
Yeah, we always say that life is 20/20 in hindsight, right?
100%.
Like there's just the only way. I think I always say all the time, like I would never want to like start at the top. You want to gradually build because that's where you're going to learn the most. And then you profit off of that. You know, like I dropped out of college 3 times. I tell people all the time. I think I learned more about running a business and failing at running a business than I ever would sitting in a college class.
100%.
You know what I mean? And I think more people are opening up to that now. In this new social media entrepreneurial lifestyle that's looks so flashy everywhere. But I think they also learned the hard way at some point. Like, damn, I actually have to go and run this business.
Yeah.
You know, I have to go and make these decisions. And those decisions could either make you money or lose you money. So it's not like it's a tuition. You know what I mean? So I don't know. And the other thing that you said that I thought was so good, and I hope the listeners were listening, is to literally just be yourself. Yeah. Right? Because if you try to be somebody else and then it works, well, then now you have to be somebody else forever. It's that's not scalable at all. You know, so I thought that was amazing, bro.
Yeah, and that's like the negative downward spiral effect and kind of like the race to the bottom that I think is happening right now in social media and info. Like, I remember it was kind of cool to have a supercar before, and it would be cool to pull up somewhere and kind of just like take a picture, like do whatever. Now it's like being normalized. Like everybody wants to do that now because they feel like they have to grow and scale their brand or the business, which they do to a certain extent. But I don't know what's going to happen in the next 2-3 years. Like I feel like the consumer themselves, like the people watching these videos, the people not creating content and not reaching the goals that they want to reach, are getting tired themselves of seeing so many people just coming up, succeeding, but them. And there's a lot, the reasoning to that is because a lot of people are faking it, just trying to act like someone to make something off of someone, and just people trying to make money rather than actually provide value. So I think that we are right now in that negative spiral effect of social media becoming everybody's resume, pretty much, which is what's happening.
It's crazy just what it can do. Like, you look at someone like you in the last 2 years, like you've done some really cool shit also. I mean, popped up with John Jones, like driving around with John Jones. You're doing shit with Jake Paul before the fight, Anthony Joshua fight. Ashton Hall those were your dogs?
Oh yeah, those are my dogs. Yeah,
your dogs. Yeah. You remember when Ashton Hall was running and the German Shepherd? Those are his dogs.
Yeah, that's crazy.
You can use it as such a tool, but like in all those aspects, you were still being you. You know what I'm saying? And that's why those types of doors are opening up, because of the authenticity. But a lot of these people, like, they're trying to get to where you're at by being something they're not, and like trying to, take the fast route. And a lot of that just comes in with a lot of unauthentic content, rage bait, nonsense that it's flooding the internet right now.
Yeah. And the problem is whenever you're trying to do something big, like what I'm doing, you will be approached with immense amounts of pressure. Like there's just so many different variables that would just come from so many different angles that you will crack, and you will crack under pressure. And then people will realize that who you're acting to be is not who you are. Yeah. And that's where the real character and you would come out. And then that's when people stop liking certain people. Like I know some people right now that, like they've had this whole trying to like flex like these hypercars, supercars to, be someone. And then they crack under pressure. And then the real person of them end up coming out. And that's basically what people don't understand, that it's not just all fairy tales and it's all pretty in the front end. Like you will be, pressure will come and the real you will come out. Yeah. And then everything you work so hard for is pretty much gone. So yeah, like that's something that I realize that when I get hit with pressure or shit hits the fan, like I know how to control it and I'm just going to continue to be me. Nothing is going to change from that.
Yeah. Because I feel like you could never be yourself to a fault. And I think like a great representation of that is like Steve. Mm-hmm. Like Steve is as much as Steve can be.
Yeah.
Bro, it's
and
bad.
He's still here.
Bro, it's bad. It's crazy. Like,
he's still here though.
Steve cannot be any more of himself. He would have to walk around naked, bro. Steve is him 24/7. Yeah. 100%.
Well, how was it when you gave him your credit card and then he tipped $50,000?
Yeah, that was real.
Yeah. What was that, Komodo?
Yeah, but it's like nothing. Like I not. All right, hold on.
Yeah, talking shit. It's all right. Go ahead. That's all good.
Hold on. That's nothing to what I've floated Steve, right? Like I've literally given Steve in one single night $1 million. Like I've loaned him $1 million in one single night for him to go gamble. So me giving him my credit card to go spend $50,000 at a dinner, like it's really nothing compared to what I've actually done with it. Like Steve has owed me at a time over $1 million and he's paid me back with time. So, like Steve, he goes spends $50,000 on my credit card. I'm like, just add it to the tab, like it's not a big deal. When you think $50,000 dinner, think, oh shit, what the fuck, right? Because it's a big dinner. But in reality, to the tabs that I've had with Steve, it's really not a lot.
Oh, you didn't even think about it.
No, I just literally added it to the tab, bro. I just added it.
For somebody that's obviously as successful as you, I would love for the listeners to maybe hear a story about when there was a lot of pressure and you didn't know what was going to happen. Obviously, you didn't crack under it because you made it through. But were there any moments in time when you were like, "Oh shit, I don't know how I'm going to get out of this"?
Yeah, I mean, there was one time like Coffeezilla. Coffee did like a whole like expose video on me. Yeah. And for me, like my reputation is everything. Mm-hmm. I'm obviously a very polarizing individual, just like as a whole in content. And when you put trading and you put course selling and you put pink Bugatti, like it just screams red flag, right? Like, somebody that's a really good trader shouldn't quote unquote be selling a course or a mentorship. And somebody that's such a good mentorship or a coach, like why would you have a pink Bugatti, right? And like, I feel like I'm just such a unique individual that none of that really partakes in the stigma of what that would come off as. So Coffeezilla sees these three components and, it's just like his whole purpose is to take down this person. And for me, I was at the point where I was talking to the guys. I'm like, what this guy is saying, it really is just his own opinion, right? Like he's really just saying, if you're such a profitable trader, why are you selling a course? You're flashing all the stuff to sell a product. I'm like, well, one, yes, I am a profitable trader. You claiming I'm an unprofitable trader is false, right? That's just wrong. Now, you not agreeing or you not thinking, okay, that I should sell a mentorship, you thinking that that's wrong? Well, that's your opinion, right? Like what I do with my time, and if people would like to join my community, they could if they, nobody's forced to buy anything, right? So if he thinks that is bad or I'm a scammer or I'm frowned upon because of that, well, that's his opinion. And if I'm flashing cars or doing certain things to attract people to my page to then eventually convert them, well, it sounds like I'm running a business, right? It sounds like I'm having fun doing a bunch of cool shit and I'm running a business. Yeah. And if he thinks that that's even worse or that that's not fair that I get to ride around in cool cars and have fun, well, then he's just jealous at that point. So I remember when all that came out at that time, it affected me for like 2 hours where I'm just like, fuck. Now, a million or whatever, 5 million views that video got. Now I'm going to have 5 million new haters. I'm like, well, you know what? I didn't even want those people anyways, right? Like people that already have that negative mindset and didn't have the mindset to learn something new and didn't care for trading. Well, my job was to never even come across their page ever. So, you know, if he gets 5 million views on a video like that, at that point, that was a lot of pressure for me and my team because, you know, we work so hard for our reputation to be as clean as it could possibly be. We do as much fulfillment as we possibly can. If I say I'm going to teach you for 30 days, I try and teach you for 40. If I say the classes are going to be an hour, I make them an hour and a half. Like I do everything to be good internally. And I know those people will always back me. But I remember that was a moment where I was under pressure and somebody else could have came back, done like a big response and just gone crazy, like showing their value or showing their point. And we literally just sat there and we're like, all right, if you think we're a scammer, cool, we'll keep having people winning. And
because you know what the truth is.
Like I know what I'm doing. Like if you think I'm a bad, okay, cool. Like I have my opinions about you, but I'm not going to waste my time explaining to people.
Because the people in your community that have profited off of the things that you're teaching them also know like, oh, well, this guy doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about.
Correct. Like I'm like, this guy, this guy says that we're not making money. You know? Like, this guy's an idiot. So that was a moment where I could have done so many irrational things and I just did it. And I just said, all right, cool. Set and forget. Well, let it pass by. And it passed by so fast, which is crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy. That guy, like, he's just built like his whole career off of like tearing people down. And like maybe sometimes he's right, you know, sometimes he is. I remember he tried with like Logan too, Logan Paul with the whole crypto zoo thing. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, to make a career off of trying to make people look bad and then you see it work, right? So then that's why he has to take the and maybe say things that aren't true.
Well, the problem is that bad news spreads faster than good news. He could have made a video on how many people I helped and nobody would have gave a shit, right? And it doesn't give him his clickbait video. He asked me in the DMs 30 questions. I answered all 30 questions and he chose to only pick 2.
Really?
Core seller and Bugatti. I'm like, dude, what about all the other shit? I send them P&L profits. Like I send them bank statements. I'm like, look, brother, and I shouldn't be doing that as an individual. You know, like, dude, talk your shit. I don't care, you know? Like I did everything that he asked for. I said, yo, go watch all these videos that I literally did this trade. It's all recorded live. He did pay no mind to it. So that's why I'm like, bro, you're not going to convince someone, like someone that doesn't want to change is not going to change. So you're leaving with his negative mindset like that.
What is, I want to get back to Steve a little bit. What's the craziest thing you saw Stevewilldoit do?
Fuck, dude. There's a lot of things that he's done that I can't even say.
That's fair.
But there's a couple of things that he's done. Dude, the problem is that I've spent so much time with Steve while he was off of YouTube. Right now, he just came back. So like, as soon as Steve got off of YouTube is when I became like his really close friend. Because I helped Steve out so much when everybody was using him when he was making money from YouTube. I helped him throughout that whole grind. But dude, what would be the craziest thing, bro? Oh my God. No, we definitely have something we can say. I mean, that's something we did. That's not something that he did. Like we went to we're wanted in Brazil.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
Dude, we went to the favelas in Brazil. And we were trying to live stream with Steve. Because since he got off of YouTube, he was on Kick. And we were in the favelas in Brazil. And when we got there, you have to go to the plug, to the boss and be like, like we're checked in, we're good, we could stream. He's like, yeah. So the day before, we get the full rundown of where we're going to go and how we're going to do things so we don't fucking get shot. And everything went good. The next day, we pull up with the live stream and there was like 100 more people on motorbikes that were like securing us the whole way. But the main guy was like, hey, to the camera guy, hey, don't record that guy, and points to like a group of like 40 people, and in Portuguese, and we're like, all right, you got it? He's like, yeah, I got it. And we got him like 5 times throughout the whole live stream. When we finished the live stream, we got on a plane and we left that same night. When we landed in Miami, news article fully viral in Brazil. Alex Gonzalez and Stevewilldoit have identified the Pablo Escobar of Brazil has been wanted for 7 years. There's some crazy shit like that. Bro. So now we have a problem with the government in Brazil and with the gangsters because we just exposed their guy, So that was pretty bad. So we can't go back to Brazil.
It's safe to say Brazil's off the list.
Yeah, I'm even scared when we go to some places that we have a layover and we have to like land there, you know, because you have to check in. So
Yeah.
we avoid that at all costs.
Yeah.
So
That's crazy.
yeah, so yeah. I mean, but that's not the craziest thing I've seen Stevewilldoit ever do. I mean, I've seen Stevewilldoit us be at a stoplight, like we just left the casino, and he'll make $2 million in one night, have 2 duffel bags full of money. There'll be a homeless in the corner. He'll literally throw him 50 grand. Just not even take a video, nothing. Just throw him 50 grand and just take off. I think Stevewilldoit is the guy that has done the most shit off camera than anybody on the internet and social media.
Yeah.
And I would argue with anybody with that. I would defend Steve. I will stand on that. Steve has given the most off camera than anybody. And he won't do it for the camera. He'll just do it out of love.
He seems like one of the most genuine dudes in this space, content creator space. I can only imagine what it was like getting kicked off of YouTube, where I'm assuming is probably where he was making most of his money, and then having to come back from that. Like kicked off YouTube to the point where he can't even be on someone else's pod.
Yeah, that
you
was-
know, like I can only imagine. So
That didn't make sense. That
Yeah, it's
whole
just-
moment didn't make
that made
sense.
that
but
didn't
that'll
make
tear you
sense.
down, like mentally, regardless of how much money you got, regardless of how much clout you got, regardless of how much fame you got. Like I can only imagine what that could do to
Well,
somebody.
you could tell
know?
he was going through it.
Yeah,
He
for
did.
sure.
He did. He definitely
He
did.
was
Yeah.
going through it. Like he did a few podcasts as they started letting him go back. Like he went on Bradley's show a little bit.
Yeah.
But you could tell he was like, he even said, he was like, dude, like, and then his dog died too.
Yeah.
Donald, that sucked. And
Dude, you know, he's put like his own money, like 700 grand into that foundation.
into
Donald Foundation. Dude, it's crazy, bro. The amount of money this guy spends, it's like ununderstandable. Like I make a lot of money, man.
Yeah.
But I will never spend the money Steve spends. I don't know how he does it. I don't question it. I don't know. But
How'd you guys connect?
We connected through Billionaire Barber. Do you guys know Billionaire Barber? Do you guys know what happened to Billionaire Barber?
no, what happened?
You guys don't know what happened to Billionaire Barber. Billionaire Barber, I mean, I think it's like it's known public, right? Yeah, I think it's Billionaire Barber, he had like an accident, and he had a stroke at the same time as he had like an asthma attack or something like that. Yeah, and he basically lost oxygen in his brain for like a couple of minutes. And he got a little messed up there. Yeah, shout out to Billionaire Barber. Yeah, so he's never been the same, you know, because of that.
When did that happen?
This happened like a year ago.
Oh,
Wow.
Yeah.
Because we were supposed to, that trip that I think we had you on 2 years ago, we were supposed to have him on that. And we were talking to him. It just didn't line up scheduling wise.
Yeah. No,
Wow.
yeah. He had an accident, but he's recovering. He's getting better. But yeah, it was through Billionaire Barber.
Okay.
Yeah, Billionaire Barber is the one. Or Neil. Like that's somehow how it got connected. Yeah.
Yeah. Was Billionaire Barber, did he cut 6ix9ine's hair?
Yeah, he cut all these guys'
Yeah,
hair.
he cut everyone's hair. Right?
I've never gotten a haircut with him though.
No.
No, I have my guy since high school.
Yeah,
I'm more loyal to my barber than
Can't cheat on the barber.
You can't, bro.
He just
You
said to me the other day, he's like, yo, why don't you come out next time you come out to Long Island, go to the Journeyman. I'm like, man, I can't, man. I can't do it.
I don't even know how to like communicate what I'm getting.
Yeah.
You know, like
he just knows.
He just knows.
Yeah.
Who's someone that you've been around that you were like, holy shit? You know, like, is it like someone that you actually connected with? Was it like the John Jones moment? Was it like, or who was someone where you were like, damn, like I'm really doing this right now?
Dude, I forget sometimes. Who did we? Oh, I mean, I did have like an oh shit moment with Jake Paul and the way how he moved, bro. Yo, Jake be moving like the fucking president, bro.
Yeah.
Nah, dude, you don't get that shit, man. Like he's moving around, 7 whips, 5 people deep in all of them. Like the assistant has an assistant, the filmer has an assistant, the security guard has an assistant, the driver has a driver. Everybody's got somebody, you know? So like when we were moving around with Jake fight week, I was with him, you know, back
like
up,
the whole
up in,
week.
brother, it was moving like the president, bro. It was, and like when I was moving like that with him, I was like, damn, dude, we got to step it up, bro. Like, you know, I felt like, it literally felt like the president, bro.
Yeah. He pulled up in that buggy, right?
In my buggy outside, yeah.
So like the older
Yeah.
buggy, Jake Paul
He
pulled
pulled
up
up
to
in that?
what, the press conference in
The
that?
presser, yeah, he put into the presser.
In that.
And I pushed him in my crash Bugatti.
Yeah. What was that truck? That W truck that was like the monster truck?
Oh, that was an Atlas.
Yeah.
That was like, it's like a super off-terrain vehicle.
Was that yours or his?
It's his, yeah.
That was
it's
his. That was
He-
dope.
Yeah, I just had to take it to him because they couldn't get like a big truck or trailer to move it. I have a big truck and trailer for all my shit. So I just picked it up and took it to them over there.
Yeah.
Yeah, what I get from that is just like you were inspired by somebody else. Like you're so far along on the totem pole, like the way that I look at it, that my question was going to be, is there anybody that you're around that inspires you? But it looks like you answered
No,
it.
it would 100% be Jake. The way he's moving around
Yeah.
is not like anybody else,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah,
Like, like his team is so locked in and they're so in sync. They're all so well communicated that, you know, whenever I do something, it motivates me to get to that point. And it just shows how he went from, you know, where he was and to where he's going to be now, that it could be possible 100%.
Is it difficult to stay motivated when you've made so much and you've been so successful?
I don't say I lack motivation. I say like, and I don't ever lack a purpose either. You know, I don't think I'll ever reach that point just because of the type of person I am. Because I really, like, I didn't come from a wealthy family. I came from a very average, you know, my household probably made like 150,000 a year. So very normal. I never had anything missing. Middle class. We were perfect. So like, I don't think that I will ever reach that point where I don't have a reason to do something. I think that if I don't just constantly challenge myself to reach my next level, I feel like I'm disrespecting the opportunity that I have in front of me. And I need to just be the fullest and the best and reach the most potential that I possibly can. And I'm always chasing just me being better. It's not even money, right? Like there's no amount of money that can significantly change anything for me right now. I could just get everything bigger and better, obviously, right? Which is that I don't chase that, right? I don't chase the bigger and better. I chase like the cool shit. Like I had more fun in the whole journey of trying to streak the Super Bowl and the plotting and all that than the actual streaking of it. So that's what life for me consists of. It's like if I want to get to a certain point, I really learn to enjoy more that journey than actually getting the actual thing. Because to me, getting the actual thing is just proof that whatever I did in that journey worked. And it's just a stepping stone to get to the next point that I want to get to.
Yeah.
Every goal that I reach, it just creates the door and opens the door for the next thing. But that thing is never it for me.
Yeah.
That's a great perspective.
Yeah. And it's just also like, I think it's like who you're around too. I think you're surrounded by so many hyper successful people where even it's like that healthy competition, you know, where like Andrew Tate would talk about it with Tristan, where he would be like, if I drop down and do 50 push-ups, my brother does it too, because he's like, he's not going to outwork
I'm gonna do 100.
Yeah, you know. So it's like, but I just feel like you surrounded by Jake Paul, Neil, Steve, Aiden Ross. You know, like you're around all these guys. Everyone's constantly raising the bar, and you all are feeding and eating off of each other too, because you guys all you're all like at the top of the totem pole in your respective craft. You know what I'm saying? Like Neil's the watch guy, Aiden's the streamer. You're like the cool ass rich friend that's cool with like that's friends with like all those like fucking lit people. You know? And it's like, and obviously you're an expert in trading. But and then like Steve is like the influencer, like just off the walls guy. But it's just like, if you take your foot off the gas like that, like they're gonna keep, you know. So I feel like you guys push each other without even knowing. And
it's like I feel like I would just be letting myself down, not keeping the foot on the gas. And I have so many guys around me that it's not even me anymore, you know? Like it's like all of them pushing me, and I feel like if I don't do something, I'm letting them down. And I feel like it just turns into this just motion going back and forth. Like they don't want to let me down, I don't want to let them down, and it just never stops.
Yeah. I'm sure this is like another motivation for you. And when we last met, Jordan was in the house.
Yeah, bro, he was.
Jordan was in the house, and I remember when you took us drifting, I was sitting right next to him in the back seat in the Porsche.
Yeah.
And not too long after that, sadly, Jordan didn't make it.
Passed,
What has that done? You know, how has that affected you, losing Jordan?
Yeah, it was random. You know, I got a phone call the night that it happened, January 22nd. I got the phone call fucking 2-3 in the morning. His girlfriend his wife that was with him over there, she called me, and then she told, it was like a weird like 60 seconds, you know, because like I was like, she told me that it just happened, that he just passed. And I'm like, what do you mean? Like, put him on the phone. Like, what the fuck are you talking? Like, how did Jordan just like, bro, put him on the phone? And she kept telling me like, no, like you don't understand. Like he's not here anymore. And like, you know, it was like a really weird 60 seconds. I didn't understand what had just happened. And then like it's settled in, and then I'm like, fuck, dude. I just wish I would have, you know, talked to him more. I wish I would have done a lot of things more. Like when I was with him, I feel like I helped him a lot. Like we had a lot of fun, but it's never enough, right? Like, you know, it never felt like if it was enough time passed by so fast. I remember the day that he left to Arizona to go have his treatment. I remember like, I clapped him up. Like if I were to clap somebody else up right now, I can tell if it would be like his hand. Like I remember what he would feel like, like his structure of a hand, like the hugs and stuff. Like that was, it was really weird. I've never had a friend pass like that. Somebody that was like with me every single day, somebody that I met that became successful. It was very weird. There's not a day that we don't think about Jordan. It's just like in my mind, it just pops up every day. Like we'll think of something like, oh, Jordan would be laughing at this. Like it just never is not in my mind. It was a very weird thing. We've talked about it all the time. He was in a lot of pain for the last part of his life, and I think we tried to make it as best as we could, but it did affect me personally because I just felt like I could have done more. I wish I would have done more. That's where it affects me. I feel like I would have just done more. That's really what it comes down to.
Was that the first time you lost someone like really close to you?
Yeah, I know what happened to you. I know. And I thought about that shortly after that too. Wow. Yeah, I remember that. So
yeah, it's hard, like especially like watching someone struggle with cancer and battle it.
Yeah,
because you're like watching them just like almost like deteriorate like in front of you.
It was so bad. Like I look at the videos because they pop up like the flashback. Memories. Yeah, like they just pop up on your camera, like the new update on the phone. Like when you swipe left, it just pops up there. And I clicked on his face and it shows me all the pictures with his face. And I would just swipe and you can see how he goes from skinny to like bloated after chemo, then back to skinny, hair, no hair. And I'm like, dude, how the fuck did he push through that? Like I don't know how he went through that. Whenever I got sick 3 weeks ago because of the cold flu, everybody got sick. I remember feeling like shit for 2 days and me not doing anything. I'm like, dude, I just have a pussy ass cold, bro. And I'm like barely holding myself together. How was this guy just hanging around? And he would tell us he felt bad, but he was just still pushing, So it just makes me to think back, health is the most important thing. It makes you appreciate everything and just like the moments and really having a good time, like that whole Jordan situation, it fucks with me sometimes, but I try and think that I did my best that I could.
Absolutely.
Yeah, dude, it's hard. Like losing it. Like, I mean, like my dog had just died a couple weeks ago. And just even that, like I had that, like, I wish I walked her more.
Yeah.
I wish I just like,
it's never enough.
Gave her more steak on my plate and I ate the last piece. I wish I would have gave it to her. You know what I mean? Like it's just, and like when you lose someone, it's just, it doesn't feel real. And like sometimes you even forget. Like I'm sure there's times where, like maybe you'll come, I'm sure over time, obviously it goes away, but in the beginning, like you come home and like, you're so used to like Jordan being there and then he's like not there. Yeah. I'm so used to walking in, my dog, and I'm just like, I'm waiting and I'm like, oh wait, she's not here anymore.
Oh damn, bro. Sorry to hear that.
Changing that reality though, like in your mind when when it's out of your control, it's a weird process,
Yeah. I mean, like that's never happened to me before. And, like it's happened with like family members and, it was tough, obviously, but with him, it was just so different, because it was like a friend, and like I spend more time with my friends than with my family members, right? So like it was more personal in a way, but yeah, like a year just passed right now. It's been a year and a month something. So yeah, it's been weird, man. But he can never be forgotten. It's impossible,
The way you guys like did the memorial for him was really cool too.
We do
with,
it
like
every
the
year.
meetup with all the cars.
We just did one right now as well.
Yeah,
we did it more private. We had like 50 people show up, something like that. But yeah, we do that every year for him.
Wow.
We're going to continue to do it every year.
Yeah, that's awesome.
But
that's just a lesson to everybody, man. Appreciate what you got when you got it and try not to overlook it. Right.
Yeah, it's like we
it's hard to do in the moment.
Yeah. Like, we used to race, like actually like race and like go fast and shit. Like we don't race that much anymore. Like, we do like, we drift, like we have fun. Like we go side, but like, we don't go past like 120 now, like 110. That still sounds fast. I know it sounds like like the dumbest thing to say, but we would do 180, 190.
Yeah.
Like there's sometimes some things where we're like, it's just not worth it, bro. Like we could tone this down a little bit, So we try and just have fun to the point where we're like not risking our lives, because it literally goes so fast.
I know.
Like the fact that it's been a year already, like when we talked about it, I'm like, yo, it's tomorrow marks a year. We just couldn't believe it. It was just time flies.
Yeah. Yeah. That's always weird to think about. Like I think I've not had my mom longer than I did.
Yeah, just crazy.
You know, like even that thought, like she passed 09. So what are we at? 15 years now?
Yeah.
So yeah, I only had her for 12. So I'm over the threshold of what I had with her.
Yeah.
It's so weird to think about though, when you're like, damn, that shit went fast.
Yeah, dude.
Life is crazy.
Yeah,
man.
it's
Yeah,
tough.
life
It's
is
tough.
crazy, man.
It's tough.
It's
And as you get older, the time just keeps flying and flying and flying.
yeah, and going through things like that and like grief, it doesn't. It's not like it only affects a certain type of person. Like you have the whole world. Like you know what I'm saying. Like bro, your life is amazing. Like you're super successful. You have money, cars. You could do whatever you want. But like you can't buy someone's life back.
No,
you know?
no. Yeah, that doesn't change anything at all. Yeah,
Well, I don't know if you guys ever seen Forrest Gump, but in Forrest Gump, when he wins the lotto, he just says, just another thing I don't have to worry about. Like there's other things, you know, health, family, whatever the case may be. And it just put so much in perspective, even if it was just a movie. You know, like there's always going to be things that could, like, health is number one. Like you don't realize that until something happens, whether it's to you, whether it's to a family member or a friend or whatever the case may be.
Yeah.
So, and you don't realize that's experience, bro.
Yeah.
You know, it's just life experience, bro.
Yeah. We'll shift gears, get a little positive. But no, I think that was I wanted to bring that up. I told him today, I was like, I really wanted because I've never heard you really speak about it, especially on a podcast, and I know how like tight you guys were.
and you were there, which is
which was cool. Yeah, and I think that was at the time when maybe the cancer had just came back.
Yeah, it came back. Yeah,
It just came back when we were when I had showed up, and I remember you were saying
it was just downwards from there.
Yeah,
Literally downwards from there.
damn. Yeah, I still have the videos with like me and him in the back seat.
Drifting,
Pretty cool. Yeah. What's your relationship like with Togi?
Togi's my boy. Togi's my boy. He's cool. Same thing with Steve. Cool, fun, degenerate guy. These guys, I feel like these guys really like me because I'm the only guy that's gonna answer the phone call at 3 a.m, get up from bed and ship them $300,000 when they ask for it. You know, no one else is doing that.
But where does that come from? The type of person that you are?
I know what it's like to need help with something. And, you know, when somebody really comes through, like that's just love, you know, you really appreciate that.
Yeah.
And I know if I would want to be in a situation, I would want someone to help me out. And if they would come through for me, I got their back all day. So Togi, you call me at 3 a.m, you need a loan, I got you. You know, like I remember, bro, I had Togi I had Aiden with a tab. I had Togi with a tab. I had Steve with a tab. And I'm like, yo, if these guys run off on me right now, like they can just say whatever they want, like 3 versus 1, like, you know, I'm fucked, you know? But then I'm like, these guys, like they're like really good people, bro, all of them. And I like having fun with them, you know? Cause like there's one thing like being rich and, you know, having your own small circle. But another thing is like being successful and having other successful, crazy friends like these guys, which is just a blast, you know, it's a great time.
Yeah.
Why do guys like Aiden and Steve and Togi need money?
Yeah. So the problem is I just don't think they're liquid at that very moment. You know, like they don't have the crypto to deposit into the platform to gamble at that very moment. And they would literally need it now, right? I'm sure they can get it. They have to request it or move it from bank account here or sell ETH or sell, you know, something they have invested to then do it. I'm sure they definitely have the money, but they just don't have it liquid for their specific session at that specific moment that they want to play a specific game, you know? And I just facilitate all that for them. And I don't make a fucking dollar. You know? I don't make a
But
single-
are you I guess with the way the world is, and again, I'm not really the most financially literate as far as certain things, but are you somebody that likes to stay liquid? Do you like to keep your money in I don't know, let's say gold or silver or crypto, whatever the case may be? As someone who is very financially literate, a master trader, what are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I think cash is king at all times. I'm probably 70% liquid at all times. I hate not being liquid. It just,
And that's by design.
yeah. It's just like the opportunity cost is, bro, just having your money in something that you can't obtain right away is just the worst thing ever. So many opportunities I get on a day that if I didn't have the cash in hand, I would miss out on them. So yeah, I'm 70%, even 80% at times cash, liquid, like cash in the bank or crypto.
Takes money to make money.
100%. Yeah. I've tried the whole real estate route. I own some real estate. I own probably like 4 or 5 properties. It's probably just like break even every year. It doesn't do anything for me. I literally have, I have an apartment a 1-bedroom, 1-bathroom apartment in like a building. And what I rented the apartment for the whole entire year went like 30% of it went to association and an assessment that they put in the building. So you have to pay that. The other went to property taxes. And then when the tenant left, everything that he destroyed, I had to fix.
Yeah.
So whatever I made in that year in the rent, cash flowed, all this, bullshit, went right back into the I did nothing, I guess I built a little bit of equity because that whole first year is just interest. I did nothing. I had to deal with that headache, but then the guy's going to go fix it. So I learned real estate on that approach. For me, it doesn't make sense, right? I'm building 2 homes right now, like luxury homes. I'm giving that a shot. But like, for me, it's just everything online. I think we're in that generation now, in that era.
Absolutely.
All that real estate is just kind of older money stuff, slower money. And I have nothing but time and trying new things. So that's why I'm trying more digital things. So yeah, I would rather be cash heavy than not at all times.
Yeah, I think the listeners are going to take a lot from that.
Yeah. And then, so when people ask you for money, it's always for gambling.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Isn't it like,
bro? I've lent a lot of people money that I can't even say. Let's put it like that.
Now, are you a gambler? Do you gamble?
I used to be a massive gambler.
Okay.
Yeah, and I realized I am not a successful gambler, so I don't gamble. I'll gamble here and there, but bro, like I would go to the table. It's me in the middle. I don't know how I sit in the middle at all times. It's Dana White. No, Dana White's last hand. He likes being the last hand. So it'll be Steve, Togi, me, and then Dana. And everybody's got like 300-400K on the table, and I'm like, fuck it, let's match it. Let's match that shit. Fuck it. We start playing. Steve just hits blackjack. Togi's hitting 20s. Dana's hitting 18s. I'm hitting like 16s. Like, all right, I got to hit on a 16, right? Like I'm the guy in the I got to do it. Hit 16, 26, everybody wins. I bust, So yeah, that happened for like a period of like $500,000. And then I'm just like, you know what? I'm just not a good gambler, right? Because everybody would always make money but me. Yeah. So I just decided, you know what? This is just not my thing, Like that's it. I'm done. So I'll go gamble a couple $1,000, but I'm done playing heavy. Fuck that. Yeah. It's just not my thing.
So then you never get kickback when they win with the money that you lent them?
Yeah, there's some time. Togi's the one that shows the most love. Yeah, Togi always shows love. Steve shows love. Aiden shows love. They all show love. Yeah. But I'd say Togi, like percentage ratio, like I'll loan Togi $100,000. He'll give me back like 130. Like shit, 30% of my money, I'll give it right back to you. I'll do that all day. Yeah. Like I can loan someone else like $500,000 and I'll get back like 510. And I'm like, damn. All right. No, I'm not complaining. But percentage wise, Togi is the one that has taken care of me the most.
Do you think Togi like actually changed?
In what aspect?
I mean, he did the Bryce Crawford podcast, and then he said he's like a Christian now, and he's like done being a degenerate.
Yeah, that was recent. Yeah, how recent?
Couple weeks, a month ago, maybe. Yeah, a couple weeks ago.
That's like after.
I don't know. I don't know.
Maybe he did.
I haven't seen enough. I don't know. I don't want to say anything.
Yeah, no, I don't know. Yeah, it was just funny. Like he was saying that, like he's like, yeah, he got like baptized and shit too.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen some people make some drastic changes. Like I've seen people completely shift. I've seen other people not. I haven't given Togi enough time. I didn't even know he did that. So
yeah. Who's someone that you want to connect with in like the social media space that you want to do content with or some type of project?
I like Alex Ramosi a lot.
Yeah.
I like Alex Ramosi a lot. So I'd say that and probably like Trump. That's pretty much it.
That would be dope.
Yeah, me and Trump, that'd be gangster.
Hell yeah.
He's trying to take over Cuba. I'm Cuban. We can I could represent something, like we can figure out something there.
I just seen something in real time. Something just happened in the waters by Cuba.
Oh, dude, Cuba's fucked, bro.
But you've seen it, but there was like a U.S. speedboat that went a little bit too far by accident. And the Cuban Coast Guard obviously came up, and then like the speedboat, and this is in real time. I don't know if this is true or not.
Yeah, this just happened a couple hours ago.
This just happened literally a couple hours ago, and the dude on the speedboat, I guess, was strapped or whatever, and started shooting at the Cuban Coast Guard, and the Cuban Coast Guard like killed 6 people on the boat.
Yeah, a U.S. vessel.
Yeah.
Oh no, that's a big problem.
Yeah.
That's gonna be a massive problem.
Yeah.
But I like the way Alex Ramosi. Like Alex Ramosi to me is a perfect example of someone just being himself at all times and growing a massive brand.
Yeah.
So I mean, obviously he's very highly intelligent. the way he pronounces certain things, his financial literacy is obviously great. He has a very strong presence in the business sector, and he engulfed that whole area of just working your ass off, right? Working 24/7. And he actually practices what he preaches. I see his stories every day going in 5 a.m., 4 or 5 a.m. I'm like, fuck, this guy doesn't miss, you know?
Yeah.
So I respect that of him. And I like how he was just himself, just tank top, who cares, no strip, messy hair, but I'm smart as shit. I know what I'm talking
It's
about.
super relatable.
You know, like for me, like I'm a very professional trader. Like I'm structured. I'm not a degenerate when it comes to trading. I can literally be a perfect example of a Wall Street trader, for example. But when I leave the office, I'm going to go have fun, right? Like I'm going to go do whatever I want to do. If I want to go streak the Super Bowl, if I want to get arrested for drifting, like that doesn't affect my trading or my business. You know, it's just how I am as a person. And I feel like he did that, not to that level, obviously, but he did it with like his own approach, sandals, tank top. So that I like that a lot.
He doesn't wear socks.
No.
It takes too much time.
That's what he says.
I think that's all. I think that's all. You know, I think that's all
bro.
like marketing. But
You
there's
know
no.
what I mean? Like, what are you talking about? But yeah.
And no shoelaces. So he only wears slip-ons with no socks because it takes
Bro,
too much
putting on
time.
socks takes like 2 seconds. Bro.
Yeah, bro. Like, what are you
That's
talking
what
about?
he said.
I mean, listen, I respect it.
Yeah,
Listen.
no, I think it's more of like.
Yeah, it's a gimmick. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah,
It's for the extreme.
Yeah.
But he actually does it though.
But I love it. I love
Yeah.
it.
But I think that's why, like we talk about all the time, why a lot of people listen to him is because he practices what he preaches.
He does.
Yeah,
and,
dude,
and
he's
I
a
respect
legend.
that.
Yeah, he's a legend. Because I think we asked you this question then, and I don't know if the answer is different now. What's the most money you've made on a single trade and then lost on a single trade?
I think I've broke my record like 2 times. The most I've made was like 700,000 on one single trade. And then the week before that, I actually lost the most I've ever lost, which was like 400,000. Wow. So my record, I think, was 400,000 on profit. Actually, that's my biggest loss now. So yeah, my record this year is $1 million trade. I'll hit it this year 100%.
And so do you trade every day? Obviously, it's not like a 9 to 5. It's
Yeah.
your whole life in a sense, but you trading every day?
I'm active in front of the markets every day, and I'm just waiting for the right opportunity. Picture like if you're a fisherman, you know, and you live on the water. Like you're going to walk out every single day with your rod and your bait, and if you see some fish, you're going to cast. If you don't see any fish, you're not going to cast, right? But it doesn't cost you anything to just walk out to your dock and see if there's fish.
See what's going on.
For me, it's the same. It doesn't cost me anything to go to the market, see if there's an opportunity. But every day I'm in search for that right opportunity.
And it's just one of the questions that I've just been sitting here thinking about. You know, you're a mentor to a lot of people in a way through the community, right? Was there anybody that was that for you?
Was there anybody that was that for me? I'd say the whole clipping world when I was like in 2020, the whole Warren Buffett, those clips, the whole, what's this guy's name? Who's going to push the boats? David Goggins. David Goggins.
Yeah.
Like I never really looked at long form content back in 2020, but like my main mentors, you can say, were like those motivational quotes, those like clips of just them saying one sentence. And I would literally just take that one thing and repeat it and just live through that one single sentence. That was what was my mentorship, my motivation, my everything for years. Because when I personally at that time was looking online, I didn't really like know what I was looking for, but these things would just pop up and I would look at one certain thing. Like there's just one thing that I'll never forget. And this is actually what made me a profitable trader. Warren Buffett said, when you graduate from Wall Street or from college, we're going to give you a punch card. And that punch card is going to have 20 punches on it. These are the only 20 trades you get in your whole entire life. So when you get handed this punch card and you go trade at the market, you know you only have 20 punch cards your whole entire life. You're going to be very selective about every single trade you're going to take. Every trade you take is one less, meaning you only have 19, 18, 17 for the rest of your life. So you're going to be very selective on each and every single trade that you take. When I understood that, I'm like, fuck, dude. I don't need to trade every single day. I don't need to find an opportunity every minute. I need to wait for that right trade setup. That single sentence, that single quote changed everything for me. So I lived through those key moments of people that they just say one certain thing and that's what changes it for me.
That's great.
Yeah.
That's so good.
So what is like on a $700,000 profit? What does that trade look like? How much are you going in? Like how much are you putting into the market?
And how much time is it like?
I think that took like 3 days.
Okay.
We got to remember, I'm also risking like 300 grand.
Yeah, that's what I'm. So you're putting in 300 grand.
Yes, I'm not really making much, like percentage wise. You get me? So like, you could put $300,000 on a blackjack hand. You're making 300 grand. You have 600 total. You know.
Yeah.
So yeah, like my typical risk to reward is a 1 to 2. So whatever I risk, I double it pretty much. So yeah, I did risk on the heavier side of it. Like that should have been a $900,000 trade. I just closed earlier. It did keep going. It could have been a bigger trade, but I just saw so much money. I'm like, yo, we gotta.
Do you get a little nervous during those now, or are you like, I'm well versed here. I think I'll be all right.
I will hold a trade longer in drawdown than I will in profit because I accepted my risk. So before I take any trade, the risk is pre-calculated. I know exactly how much I'm going to lose. I'm totally okay with it before entering the trade. So I can hold a trade in drawdown for weeks at a time, for however long, because I know I'm only going to lose that much.
Right.
But if the trade goes past my take profit, so let's say for that trade, my take profit was $500,000, for example, which was under what I typically go for. And now it's reaching more money than it should. I start getting into this mindset where I'm like, all right, now you're breaking your plan, you're breaking your rules, which is getting out where you set to get out. Now you're being greedy. And then usually when that happens, price comes back and always reverses and just you lose everything. So yeah, there is times with bigger amounts like that where I'm like, all right, if it went past my take profit, I am just more than happy with what's after that.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I mean, there is times where I definitely,
Yeah, it's natural.
I'm just like, oh shit.
Are you so just like desensitized by making 700,000 and losing 400,000?
Yeah, the money's not real, honestly. Like the money is just numbers on a screen. If it's not in my bank account, to me, it's not real. So like in a trading account, it's not real. Like I can lose it. I didn't lose it. I just take a next trade. I make it back. So like the money is I'm very unattached from it in my trading account. But in like other real life situations, like dude, I'm a Facebook marketplace legend, brother. Like somebody could have something up for 10 grand. Like I'll put a perfect example. The Miatas, like my drift cars, my drift Miatas on the side. I'll show you after. Those drift Miatas, the guy had them up for, I think it was like 18,000. I'm like, I'm shooting 5 grand. I have to do it. The guy says, hell no. Like I will haggle with somebody for $1,000 on Facebook Marketplace. But like in a trade, if it's $1,000 fee, I'm like, bro, whatever. It's like, it is what it is. So yeah, there's a time and a place for,
hell
for
yeah.
that.
Right.
Yeah.
If you had to start over, so you lost everything, you had to start over, what industry would you get in to get rich again?
Trading.
Trading again?
I just don't see another industry where you don't have to deal with people. You don't have inventory. You don't have overhead costs. You don't have marketing. You don't have product. You don't have team. You don't have communications. It's just you and a computer. I've thought about it. Yeah. And I've really tried to think of a different solution that it's just me versus me. It's almost like if I were to go pick an industry to go become a professional athlete in, I'm going to pick fighting. I don't want to go in a team because obviously if we were to win or lose the game, it's not entirely up to me. It's a team thing, right? Maybe the other team communicates better. They have their plays better. So one person from my team could be hurt or injured and now everything else pretty much gets screwed. So I would go into something like fighting because it's just me versus me. Like it's me versus someone else, whoever trained the most, whoever wants it the most. And that's what trading is to me. It's like ultimate just war with you and that computer and the way you react to it. And I'm always going to bet on me because I know I'm always going to do whatever it takes. Yeah. So that's why I would go back into trading.
What's the best piece of advice you've ever received? Something that really moved you?
Know your worth. Yeah. My uncle told me this like 10 years ago. This is my uncle, like a old school Cuban guy. He's like, in Spanish, like, mijo, tienes que saber tu valor. Like, what the fuck does that mean? He's like, trust me, when you start growing as a person and you start becoming someone, you're going to respect your value with time, with how people treat you, with how you carry yourself. And that saying is what I carry with myself every single day. Like, know your worth. That's probably
amazing.
And what's the worst piece of advice you've ever received?
Don't take risk. Fucking bitches. you gotta take risk,
Yeah, if you don't take a risk, you're just gonna be in the same place the rest of your life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, I've done the dumbest I've just bought like dumbass shit, bro. I did this whole Pokemon card thing, dude. Like,
I got a friend who's really into this shit right now.
Bro, I got so deep into it, man. I have 5,000 cards there, bro.
Bro, I got a friend who's got like $500,000 worth of Pokemon stuff, bro. It's crazy.
Bro, yeah. Like, I'll take the risk on anything that.
Yeah.
What's the biggest risk that you've ever made?
Biggest risk I've ever taken. I don't know. That's a good question. I got to think about it. Well, I mean, yeah, like I took a pretty big risk buying the crashed Bugatti back. Like that was just like crazy. You know, like right now I'm $2 million out on a car that's like in pieces, you know?
Yeah, what is going on with the Bugatti?
What's the plan with that?
Just fix that shit.
What was wrong with it?
So, I mean, I crashed it, right? And I decided, for me, when I crashed the Bugatti, I remember when I crashed, it was like 3 a.m. And I remember calling everybody, bro, like everybody to like, dude, I just crashed a $6 million car. What the fuck do I do? Do I just like, do I take off? Do I say it was someone else? Do I pretend I was drunk? Like, what do I do? I don't know what to do. And it's my first time crashing. I've never crashed before. And I remember just nobody answering because it's 3 a.m. and I'm just there by myself. And I'm like, shit, dude, I got to somehow turn this negative into a positive. And then I just realized like, I'm just going to embrace that I crashed this shit. I was 25 years old. I was, you know, I turned at the wrong time and made a mistake and I crashed. What? Does that mean that I'm not a man? Does that mean that I'm not successful? No, this shit happens, you know? So when the whole opportunity of buying it back came around, I'm like, dude, I'm just going to make this a meme and I'm just going to troll people. And I'm going to show people how you can turn a massive negative into a massive positive. So I turned probably like the worst thing that can happen to me financially with a car into the most positive thing. Like this is the most viral thing on the internet right now. Like this whole fixing the Bugatti thing.
Yeah.
So
how far along are you with fixing it?
it should be back up in 60 days.
Really?
Yeah, 100%.
That's gonna be some dope content right
Oh,
there.
100%. Yeah.
I have to fly back down here for that one.
Yeah. That Bugatti's gonna be sick. We got like custom interior. We got like a whole custom body kit. Yeah, it's gonna be sick.
Did Bugatti reach out to you because you know how like?
No, I'm literally beefing with the CEO of Bugatti. No, like 100, bro. The guy unfollowed me and everything, bro. Like,
Wait, break that down, please.
yeah. So like when I bought the Bugatti back, my whole intention was to work with Bugatti to fix the car. I did like this one post where I actually posted it. I'm like, yo, Bugatti, you got 24 hours to respond, or if not, I'm gonna 3D print the parts. Yeah. That was like a meme. That was like for my guys, my community. It was like a troll. Dude, the CEO of Bugatti texted me. He's like, you cannot 3D print parts for that car. These cars are very special. They're one of a kind. You can't devalue the brand like that. I'm like, shit. How are you, sir? Hey, what's up? I didn't even know I could get your attention, you know? I didn't even know like this is possible. And we just chat back and forth. He basically said that he was gonna help us out. Long story short, he went back on his word and he did it to protect his brand. I get it. And basically he just doesn't like me because I didn't go his way. And I'm finding a different solution. He said that there was only 2 places in the world that could split the car in half. Well, now there's 3 places that could split the car in half. He said that, he told me on the phone because I told him, I'm like, yo, I want to put an exhaust in the car. Can you help me with putting an exhaust in the car? He's like, no, nobody's ever put an exhaust on a Bugatti Chiron Pure Sport. It's not meant to happen. Okay, we're putting an exhaust in the car. So like this whole experience to me is like even somebody that could be so high and so wealthy and so in a position that I don't want to be in one day, right? Even that person, you can't let them limit you to what you want to do. So the whole thing has just been, it's been awesome. It's been an experience. It's been fun, challenging, you know, but I don't regret it at all. I've turned the biggest negative that I can possibly have happened to me into the biggest positive.
Yeah, and one of the best life lessons you can give somebody is trying how to turn water into wine. You know what I mean?
You have to.
Yeah.
How to turn water into wine. That's sick.
Yeah. It was funny. I think I heard you say like on a pod where when Andrew Tate like asked people like, what color's your Bugatti? And you're going to say which one?
Yeah, I had 2 Bugattis.
Kind of fire.
Wait, so and you said you bought it back. So what happened after you crashed? You sold it for parts, or you were going to sell it for parts?
Yeah, so when you crash a car and it's deemed total loss,
Yeah.
the insurance buys it off of you, right? So I got paid out for the car. So the insurance owns the car. Then the insurance doesn't sell it as a dealer. They send it to an auction. So I went into the auction and I bought it in the auction. So I just got it right back. Yeah.
As gangster.
Yeah, that was pretty gangster. Yeah. And then, bro, the craziest part is like when because it was at the auction for like 4 months, some people stole shit off of the car. And I got like these blackmail text messages where like, yo, just happens to be I have a side skirt for that car just in case your car needs it. I go look at the car. I'm like, why is this car missing a side skirt? And I'm like, brother, you understand? There's only 60 of these in the world. Like, there's no way you have a spare side skirt. Like, you
Just one laying around.
like, yo, you stole that shit. You know what I'm saying? Yo, you stole that shit. Give it fucking back. Yo, give me that. Yo, give me that. You don't know what to do with that, bro. Give me that.
That's crazy.
And yeah, we had 2 guys like that, bro. And I got like 2 investigators that like reached out to them, friends of mine, that they're like actual investigators, police officers. And bro, we got that shit back in like 2 hours, bro. Yeah. Like, you guys are idiots, bro. You're like blackmailing me like through your own phone number, bro.
Yeah, right. For a car, there's only 60 of them in the world.
Bro, it didn't make sense. He's like, oh no, I found this part on Facebook Marketplace. I'm like, brother, trust me. I'm the Facebook Marketplace guy. I would know if this shit's around there.
Is owning 2 Bugattis, you would say, like your biggest flex in a way, or is there another purchase? Let's say.
I think having my plane is my biggest flex.
Yeah, that's true.
How much is that private jet?
It's actually cheaper than the Bugatti. It's like it's like 2.5.
But it's the upkeep on it, right? The gassing it up every time you want to take it out.
The maintenance
for
on it.
yeah.
And it's more of like, yo, I own a car, or yo, I own a plane.
Yeah, you could go anywhere you want.
Yeah.
Literally.
Yeah, it's just expensive as fuck, but yeah.
And then a lot of like Aiden, Togi, like they'll ask you to use.
Oh yeah, Aiden's used my plane. All these guys have used my plane. That's super cool. You know, I'll pull up, clap them up. I'm like, yo, see you.
Yeah,
I'm gonna get rid of the plane now, though.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. It's just like I don't need that small of a plane. I need a bigger plane. No.
I thought he was gonna say, you know, bro, like I don't travel that much anymore. I'm real low key. You know what I'm saying? I'm just getting rid of the plane. He's like, nah, bro, I need a bigger plane.
That's something terrible. The way the plane is structured is just, it's not convenient, you know? Like it fits 8 people, but you can't have luggage for 8 people, which is a problem, you know? It's just a problem. So I need a bigger plane.
Oh man.
Yeah, I sound like a douchebag.
No, you don't. No. Talk your shit. What I say in the beginning. Yeah, you said $50,000 was none. You keep talking your shit, my
Some
man.
good problems to have.
You know what I mean?
Word of my mother, you know? Word of my mother.
Oh man. Yo, Alex, this was dope.
This was
I appreciate
amazing,
you
bro.
coming on again,
For
man. Yeah, you are definitely someone that is like true to you, and you're very humble and just like a cool dude, you know? Like it's obvious why a lot of people want to be around you. You know what I'm saying? Like you're a good person. Like we've been around a lot of people in the industry, some really cool, some not who they perceive to be. Like you are exactly who you show. So I appreciate you. Dude.
No, appreciate you guys. We're going to run part 3 next year whenever. I'm super down.
After you streak the Super Bowl again.
Yeah, right around this time next year, hopefully.
Hopefully I'm not in jail, you know?
Thank you, brother.
Alex G, thank you.
Thank you guys. Appreciate it.